Hi, everybody. Happy Friday to you. I hope you've had a great week, and I hope you're doing well today, getting yourself all ready for the weekend. I know I am. I've got a lot of work to do. I gotta finish up this track for the full moon tomorrow. I've been challenging myself this year to release a new piece of music every full moon. Um, so it's a good challenge for me. It's a good. I would challenge anyone to kind of get themselves on a little schedule and kind of it forces me to commit harder when I know that I'm on a schedule. And I like the idea of the moon cycle just because it's something natural, it's something periodic, and it's a good length of time. And it's like, yeah, I can literally see it. I can see the I guess like the sand coming down the timepiece, but in this case it's the moon getting larger or smaller. Sorry, that was kind of a weird little example. But anyways, long story long, um, I would I would definitely promote the idea of a routine. I guess it's just a really big routine. It's a routine on a really big time schedule. Um, all right, so let's try to reel this back in. Um, so we've been talking about my love affair with the Harmonic Series for the past I don't know how long, maybe since the new year. And last week was the little portion on rhythm, how every single interval that we have, it's a pitched relationship, a pitched harmony, and it is also a rhythmic harmony. It's also a rhythm, just depending on if we are hearing that interval at a higher frequency or at a lower frequency. If it's happening at a lower frequency, our ears hear it as as rhythm, and if it is a faster frequency, we interpret it as pitch. But it's kind of fascinating that both of those elements of music are contained within this series, both melody and rhythm. And then we get the melodic harmonies and we get the rhythmic harmonies. All right, so today what I wanted to do is kind of talk about how one could use the harmonic series in their composition. I'm going to switch over to Lovely Logic right now. Speaking of lovely, doesn't this look pretty? So what this is my trying to make it all fit in here, is my nope, over here, is a I guess my harmonic grid, or my harmonic series grid. And what I've done is mapped a fundamental frequency. In this case it is a C. How many octaves below middle C? Maybe 3, I believe. And then our second frequency in the harmonic series is a doubling of that, so it is an octave above that. Let's actually check just to make sure. Okay, cool. So that is 1, 2, yeah. There's middle C up here, octave below. What is that? 2 octaves below middle C. So middle C should be our fourth. Logic, you're being funny. Well, regardless, what's happening here is that this, if you can see this, the time that it takes for one cycle of fundamental, this low pitch here, an octave above that low pitch can be done in twice the amount of time. Remember, it's a doubling of frequency. So let's say, for instance, this is 100 hertz. So this would be 200 hertz, and 200 is a doubling of 100. So it's happening twice as many times as this big 100 hertz frequency. And then we keep going up our harmonic series, and this is going to be, for example, 300 hertz. So it's happening 1, 2, 3 times in the same amount of time that it takes this nice big slow 100 hertz sine wave to make its to make a full wave cycle. And then we can just keep going, 400 hertz, 4 cycles, right? And you'll notice that this is the size of the 100 hertz wave. This is the size within these yellow parameters here. Bring it back, bring it back. Okay. So you can kind of see, hopefully, how it's kind of dividing up like this, and you can kind of see it go down like that. Yes. And then here's another one where it's doing the same thing. And these are just divisions. So it was, I'm not going to lie, a lot of work to manually input this MIDI information, but I have used this template for tons of music since, I don't know, maybe 2015, 2016. 2017, maybe 2017. I don't know. I use this template a whole lot. So it was a lot of work, but it was really rewarding for me. And this is just how I am working with the Harmonic Series. So to give you kind of an example of what exactly is going on here, we will isolate. Here's our lowest tone. If you're listening on computer monitors, you may not be able to hear it. If you've got headphones or something, you can probably hear it. Very low, very low. Now let's add in the octave above that. Ooh. And this is very low and very slow. I've got it going at 120 beats per minute. If you're like, this is cool, but it's way too slow. Actually, let me do this a better way. Or even faster. Now let's bring our fifth, which is the third tone in our harmonic series. Remember that mnemonic device? Not difficult. Let's bring in our fourth tone. Pass the frickin' butter. That's the 4 against 3 mnemonic device. Pass the yellow butter. Pass the yellow butter. Cool. So we got a nice little rhythm going here, and we've also got some nice harmonic information. Let's add a major third in just to see how it sounds. Let's slow this back down a little bit. Oh, come on now, Logic. Stop being so goofy. Let's try it again. So it's creating like this Let's add another one. Turn you down a shade. It's creating like a nice little, like a little framework or a little pad that we could put either something on top of, or if we wanted to, we could put something underneath it. I tend to use something like that. This root and fifth, this 3-2. I use that as like kind of a base. And then you can put different things on top of that. Or if you wanted to, you could, let's see, let's get something nice in here. Okay. You could, that's a little fast. Let's bring it back to the original tempo. So that's just a major triad, and that's something that could be playing in the background of, you know, your music. You could just add in, you could just add these little, you know, these little cycles in to help fill out your music. Let's see, I did up to the 16th harmonic here. Let's go ahead and maybe add in 16. And, you know, this may not sound like super musical or super inspiring. I've just got it on simple sine tones right now, sine waves, simple sine waves. But I think I don't always explore to the fullest extent the information that's right in front of me. And by that I mean that, like, I'll be like, okay, here's something cool, let me add something else to it, and here's something else, and this needs something else, and let me add something else. And there's so much information in just one piece that you can manipulate and explore that that I find myself getting more into that, just getting more into like the idea of like, okay, we've got this cool little let's say like a 3-2 rhythm, right? Turn you on. I mean, if you were like playing a guitar and just strumming those 2 notes to that rhythm, that could spark some creativity to lead to a melody or lead to a word, or maybe you hear like a cool drum beat that goes underneath that or with that. It's an interval, it's a perfect 5th interval, but it's also got that 3-2 meter happening. So there's a lot there that inspires me just at that basic level. Take it down an octave, you know. Take down an octave, it slows down an octave. Or you know what? I'll do this. Come here. Both of you. Yes. Okay. Let's bring you down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm not in the right place. Oh no. There we go. Sorry about that. No, I don't want any of you soloed. Everybody out. Everybody out. Sorry, sometimes the grid likes to get the better of me. But what I was gonna do here. Okay, so now that we've got these guys, right? Maybe that's the most realistic in terms of, let me play these 2 notes on my guitar to this rhythm. Listen to what it's sounding like. Truly listen to what it's sounding like, and keep playing it until I hear something. not try to force anything. Just play it until I hear something else. And then once I hear something else, I'll add that something else. I hope that wasn't too abstract to understand. But I was just reading somebody's quote the other day where they were like, I would sit down at the piano and I would play this chord and I wouldn't play anything else until I heard it. And I think that's a great message, in that we've got to trust ourselves. And if we're interested, if our interest is held by just one simple chord over and over again, we got to trust that somebody else's interest will be held by that simplicity as well. And we got to learn not to rush it or to don't rush it or don't delay it. Just let it comes how it comes. And you play that chord until you hear something else, and then you add that something else, and you just got to trust that process. It makes me think of like painting. When you're painting, you paint what you see. You don't paint something else just because you're like, I need something else. Just trust yourself, trust the process, wait on it. Don't fall behind, don't push ahead, just be in the moment. That's why I love this Harmonic Series. That sounds so good to me. Simple rhythm, simple melody. I love it. It's a great place to start. Okay, I will see you all next week. That went a little bit longer than I was wanting it to. Sorry, I talk a lot. But if anybody wants to get some private lessons, please reach out to me. I offer 100% money back guarantee if you don't like the lessons. I went to Manhattan School, studied jazz, and studied acoustic bass there, so I feel like I've got kind of a pretty wide, solid foundation in terms of music, so I can probably help you out, hopefully. I would love to help you realize some music. So if you got like something and you're like, I really want to record this, or I need help mixing it, or I need help getting this out there, or I've got this great melody but it needs a chord, I would love to help you out with all that stuff. So yeah, there you go. Also got some new music coming out. I guess it'll be tomorrow. I'll put my Bandcamp website links in the description, and they'll show up on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, all the usual streaming suspects. But first they will appear on Bandcamp, because Bandcamp is the best for musicians, to my beliefs. Anything else I want to say? I guess join me next Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll talk about that Harmonic Series as it relates to some music that I've did. And hopefully that will inspire you to explore more and come up with your own thing. All right. I will see you all next Friday. Have yourselves a great weekend, and take care.